Hello YouTube friends, welcome to the Red Parrot channel. I am your host, Mary Ellen. This is an episode of Showing Up. Ugh. And I apparently don't have a title card for that. Oh, do I have two cards here? I do. And making art, I think that was what we called it. No, taking up space, I think. I don't know. I can't remember. It has been a rough few days. The world has literally gone to shit. My mental health has gone along with it, and I am here to fight against it all. So, that's as far as the plan has gone. That is to say, with gritted teeth, I show up because I will defy. That's what I'm going to say. And I've run out of energy now, so let's just calm yourselves down and see what there is to do. I wish I had a box or something that I could just sort of dip into when I need to. Well, you know, I do have this huge project that I'm working on. I just couldn't do any justice to the project today. So we are going to maybe just make some stuff with these 3 sheets. There's a 3 or 4. I think there's 3. I think I used 1. I only printed out 3. Yeah, I think I only printed out 3. Oh, no. So we've got some stuff we could do. Oh. Recall this, I didn't glue it in the press, i.e. underneath here, so we've got it all kind of floofy poofy. So I'm gonna tuck that under there for a while, and hopefully that ooh, no, I know what we can do. I have been wanting to do this for some time. Let's do this instead because that seems way more fun. So, recall Junk Journal Round Robin, Shell's Creative Chaos. My package to both Cindy and Shell was a tourist map, and Shell made a zine out of the tourist map, and I lost my mind. It's like, oh, that's so good. In my cleaning up over the holidays, look what I found. So this is a big map. She had like a normal 4x4 map. So we are going to see whether or not we can do a multi-fold map thing. And I think we can, but we lose a page. We might lose that one, because I don't think I can do it otherwise. You need 2, 4, so you need an even number. So this is the Toronto beer map. There's a ton of microbreweries in the general area. So let's see if we can do that. Do I need any of that? I'm gonna say no. I do not. Come on. What's the back look like? Okay, the back is better because there's maps all over. And so the map becomes sort of a base that we don't need to cover. These pages might need to be covered, but we won't worry about that quite yet. So let's see if it works. And I'm just going to use the cut. So the weather has gone all weird. So recall earlier, maybe a few days ago, I was whinging about, oh my goodness, it's -20 outside. It's raining out now. So that's a huge swing. Oh, I didn't go, did I turn? There we are, that's fine. And then that. And then that. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have actually a book. Okay, so do we want to glue anything? Ooh. We might. So if I lay glue down here and glue down here, I can do that, and I can do that. Let's not do it all at once. Yeah, we can do it. Because that just might be a little bit overwhelming. I suppose this would also be another nice way of being able to break down very large pieces of paper that we get from time to time. There. There's one. You don't have to glue it. You can just sort of leave it be. And I like to glue it. So I do. Anarchy! Oh my goodness. Oops. I'm very glad that I have these glue sticks that tided me over. The small ones are not terribly full of a quantity of glue, so they go quickly, and it's hard to get good coverage. Nicole at Relax Cut Glue has these jumbo glue sticks that are absolutely bonkers large. So we have those two, and those two, and then this has got to glue this way, which we can totally do. And then we'll have everything, that's not cut, is it? Everything glued up. And that's, again, as far as I've got in terms of thinking about it. Oh, I need to measure the size of this because there's something also about this size that really attracts me, and I wonder if it's because it's a 4x6 size. K3N is doing another year-long stitch-along, and the size, it's not a comfort. She did like a comfort quilt, which was of significant size, and this time it's not. You start with a 4x6. That is 4x6. What did I tell you? Okay, I think I should do that for the minute. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this with that, and hopefully that there is some moisture exchange that happens in the short term. So there we are. Got that. Now then, back to this. Whoops, this. We can totally break some of this down. So this is a piece of paper here is marvelous. Let's see if I can tear this little edge off first. I think my printer interprets different file types differently. So for example, if I'm printing out a JPEG versus a PDF versus anything else, sometimes I get margins and sometimes I don't. Those dials are kind of fun. Keep those. Don't know if I'll use them. I have been thinking about making a journal. I know, that's a surprise. I think one of the things that I ought to do is make a mental health first aid journal. And here's the thought. In my mental health journey, I have had lots of tools given to me, sort of in the event of something break this glass. So in the event it all goes sideways, do these things. Is that a curve? It is a curve. I'm gonna cut it out. Cut it out. Well, let's tear it first. And I do not have them collected in a nice format or in a pretty format. And maybe that will be of use to me as a place to put, oh, you know what? Here is, you know, the list of this or the list of that, or here, you know, remember when this goes sideways, this is what you do. That kind of stuff. And that's as far as I got. So maybe this could be that. I don't know. There. Okay, that'll work. Oh, buddy needs an eyeball. Isn't that yummy? Oh, okay, that's a little file folder. File folder. There. Under the banner of whinging about my current state, the rain, yes, I know I could go out for a walk in the rain. That is incredibly unpleasant, even if you have the right equipment for it, which I do. It's just being able to just pop outside in the beautiful sun is so much nicer. Sure. What's Gracie doing? Whoops, using her scratching post. She is also not a particular fan of this kind of weather because there's no sunlight. And so all she does is sleep. And then I get punished for this being overslept because somebody gets way too rambunctious. No, we can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sure. I love that. That's such a great top. The cats. There. So let's assess. I don't want to cut this one or this one out because I think they're going to be tags, and I might as well stick them on something. If I'm going to make them into tags, I could trim a bit. There. And we'll do this. I'm going to make sure I have some comfort food tonight, I think, for dinner. And so the question then is posed, and so what's comfort food? One of top 5, absolutely, grilled cheese sandwich with pickles. A beautiful, low and slow, ooey gooey grilled cheese sandwich. I think that's what I might do. Another thing is rice pudding. Ooh, I do love a good rice pudding. But a rice pudding takes way more energy than a grilled cheese. Seems to me I made a poppy journal last year. This would have been perfect for it. So I am going to go back to the rice pudding. I'm not going to do that at the moment. Okay. These all have like a feeling, a color to them that are the same but different, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to do that, but I could. So all that. What did I say? I needed backing, didn't I? Well, we're going to float over here. Oh, no, we're going to do a card. We are going to do a card. We're going to float over here. And we're just going to pick a card, any card. Here. Oh, there's a Nancy. We haven't had a Nancy in a while. Maybe that's what my Studio design team thing lacks. I keep whinging on about there not being any words or poetry. So this is an unfavored piece of board. We need to glue at least those 2 things on. Maybe this. You might need to trim it down. That'll be fine. And then those don't need to be. These don't need to be for the moment. So I'm going to do a tag as a tag as a tag. Oh. There, and how tall is that? I was going to cut 6 inches. Can't do that. That's okay. Maybe I can do it that way. Can I do it that way? I'm going to say the answer to that is no. Nope. It's fine. Okay. Back to where we were. Oh, my stars. I'll do this one first. The not thinking and just doing is so helpful. With the design team project, I need to think. Well, I don't need to, but it will certainly improve the end result. Let's say that. And I care about what the end result looks like. Therefore, I need to think. Out. There's 2. Oh, Naturalist Library. Maybe some of these can go in, what's her noodles? You know who I mean. Emily's journal. There. Oops. Put these under here. Once again to do the dry routine. See where we're at here. Ooh, that did, wow, look at that. Just enough moisture. No idea which way this goes. That might be the front. So I've got those 2. Those 2. And, oh, yep. There's going to be space. That'll be fine. There. Hey, 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 hey. Lovely. That absolutely goes that. Why do I think that's the right way around and not that way or that way? It's possibly because of some kind of shadowing, but I can't detect it. I don't know what to do with the rest of these. We do have permission to just do this far, stop, and do something else if I want to. I don't know if I want to yet. Oh, I never hit the go button on my timer. I'm gonna have to see what time it. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry I barely touched you, boo. 35 minutes. There. It's better. That map is upside down. That map is right side up. Okay. So that's just going to be the way that works. Okay, I'm going to leave this to the side for the second and let everybody still continue to dry. And I see this. Ooh, and this. That's all I see. That's all I see. So, the community influences its others. And I saw Cindy a couple of weeks ago, maybe days ago, I don't know, one loses track of time. And she had a new cutter board that had a deckled edge. And she said, I saw Christine at Chronically Crafting Christine with a deckled cutting board and said, the reason why I have one now is because I saw her have one and I wanted one. I don't have a decal cutter, but what I did see Christine do is create washi tape with double-sided tape. And I went, I want to do that. So I have, this is 1 inch by 5 yards and half an inch, really? That's half of that? Doesn't really look it, but all right, I'll take your word for it. In any event, point being, I wanted to make washi tape out of this and this border. And I think the way we're going to do that is have this as the inch as the thing. And I have not used this before. So we shall see how it works. I think this is ridiculously expensive, but I wanted it. And this was the only one left that was 1 inch wide. And I love the red. The red is the thing that you peel off at the end of the day. What else do I need to tell you? This looks so much like some hockey tape. So before we do any kind of gluing, see, like that's going to be, for this one anyways, a really good size. If this doesn't work out, I can always cut some more. We have enough pieces that if we ruin, that we have the stuff in the books, which is good. And what else do I want to say? If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. The process is 100% the point of today. I just finished watching Janet Nash, who was making some slow-stitched hearts for her postcards, and she's like, oh, we're just taking it slow and gentle, like it doesn't, like, calm your little body, it'll all be fine. And it's like, you know what, yes, it will all be fine. I just need to show up at my art desk and do whatever. Because that's the benefit. I am a better person if we do this, if I do this. And if I'm a better person, then I can help other people be better. Or staunch the growing worstness. I have some talented friends. There. Yeah, let's do that one. Oops. You have to let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a mental health first aid journal. I am totally willing to try it. Caveat, of course, I never know what I'm doing almost all the time. You kind of know that. I am not a physician, nor do I play one on TV. I'm just some, as I told my boss today, some yahoo working in the background. There, so that's one. So here's my idea, my thought. So on a blank page, you could do that. Frankly, on a blank page, these could be pockets. Okay, so what do I want to do? So, this is the leap of thoughts. I had the idea of this being a page and then maybe washi taping that, but if I do that, I lose that. So I need some level differences. However, if I have that page, I have this page, which is blank. And then I could just, instead of double printing, I could do that. And then these could be pockets. But if these are pockets, this kind of edging is going to be a bit of a struggle. Oops. So why don't I make this into the full pocket? And then I started to debate of, okay, and so how is that going to work? Am I going to have like one descending pocket like that and another sort of going like that? How do we want to do this? And then I don't have washi tape anymore. Oh well, this is fun while it lasted. What Christine was using the double-sided tape for was for fabric, and I love the idea of having a fabric washi tape. But I do like this a lot. Stand by. Just gonna pop over here. Nope. Yep. 4.5. So 8.5, 4.5. 4.5, I could get 2. So 4.5 by 8.5 is the dimensions of a library pocket. kinds of thinking happening. So what did we do last time? Last time we did this. We actually brought the template to the working desk. Yes, I like that big bucket of sample stuff. Books don't really work for me. But if we did that, that's where we cut it off. And then we do a 1/2 inch seam along the bottom. Buy that for $1/4. Another measurement. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 7/8. That's what we're going to do. Okay. Then I think we used, does it matter? So if it goes like that, no, that's kind of what I want. That goes that way. That means this is 1/4 inch. And that's the glue line. There. Is it still raining? It's still raining. Oiga schmoiga. There. It's kind of great. Oh, another thing I got in the, when I was out, I didn't get it at Michael's because the price of it was bonkers. I don't know what happened to Michael's. It's like they had a stroke. And they're like, oh, multiply all the prices by 7. In any event, I went to the dollar store and got some paper. Got a book, blank book. And I want to make another glue book. Because I think a glue book is going to be also some general help for days like this. I also need to find the other one that I used to have. I still have it somewhere. We need to see what the conditions of that are. And then this across to here. Nope, can't tell. 3.5. There. We'll measure this because we want to know. That's 1 inch. There we are. Okay. So 3.5 plus an inch is 4.5. That's why it's 4.5. Okay, so where's 4.5? 4.5 is there. Yep. And I think I need this one on this side, because I think that one's a little bit too short to work with my idea. Let's not do that one yet. Let's just keep working on this. So, three and a half, I made that 4.5. This can be 1/2 inch either side. Just want to make sure. Yep. Nope. Yep. That's going to go around the back. There. Oops. There. Come on, get back. Oops. That's better. Then we flippy up, and we flippy over, and we flippy back. This feels just a little bit. Not thin enough. There's one. Oops. There's two. Okay, so we've got that. Now let's go back to this. So I think this works better, this section here. Why? Why? Because there is less, here's got a lot of trees in the far back away, and that far back away competes with these trees that are just over. So I think this is actually the space that I want. There-ish, and then here-ish. Put U over there. That's right. Okay, and now I do a little bit, I want to do a little bit finer trimming. Get out the old decal as a way of just making the tree edge more tree edgy. Oops. It's weird cutting this on the sort of like the left-handed angle. Oh, I need to get rid of that. And that's going to be just a breath. Well, for a while anyways. Okay, there we are. It's better work after all this. Not opposed. Not opposed at all. What is the thing that people call it? Yeah, that was vague. It's kind card makers use it. It's kind of like a spacer kind of thing, and like you post it. Like there's like a little, pretend this was like a square piece of cardboard or something. You plunk that down, and then you glue this on top, and then you have like that three-dimensionality. That would be super fun here. And I would want something that was thick enough, but not too thick. What did I throw away here? Like if you put that down and then you glued that on top, it's like you would perceive. Maybe that's just what I do. You just don't glue it all the way. You glue it to there, and then you just let the flippy flappies happen. Sure. Flippy flappy, another technical term. Oh, guess what? Here's news. I have discovered what a double pocket is. Recall I was using Release the Crafton's Random Era, and I came across a double pocket as something that we needed to make, and I did not know what that was. The double pocket is, let's say that's the pocket, and then you put a pocket in front of it. Oh, so it's a double pocket. It's very exciting. All right, so that was a lot of work. It's a lot of me avoiding work. But yeah, I like that a lot. That has, it looks fun. I wonder, done. I'm gonna do the same thing, which is not glue the top. Yes. I can get that to sort of match the green. There we are. And then a little bit of the green off the top. I should have done this well before I glued it. Hee hee hee. That looks awesome. Where are my little bits? I don't think there's anything that's small enough. Oh, maybe. That might be too dark. Yep, way too dark. Yes, you can. Oh! Let's see if Doodlebug has anything to say for herself. She's been shockingly quiet, and that's been my fault. Okay. Over to you, Nance. What do you got? Oh, right in the middle. Oh, so we're having a meeting. A meeting where clues are being gathered by the people of the mysteries. Goodness sakes. Oh, here's something. Oh, Gracie. She banged my chair on the way by. Punk. Oh, dear. So this says, wow, what? I think her stomach alarm clock has gone off. So we're going to focus on this though. Some distance away might work. I know it. I know it's the babes. I know. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna get out of that. And I don't want went. I just want some distance away. Because that seems fun. Oh, look at us. We finally got some words. I know, babes. I know. She keeps putting her paws up on my lap. And that's, I love that. I feel so needed and seen by my own animal, but I know that it's basically a reminder, not particularly subtle, that, hey, you're gonna feed me. Ooh. I like that. Yes, I do. That layering just is it's the ticket. Okay, so we've got 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can do some cutting out of things. We've been all over the map. We've made this and that, but you know what? We have defied authority. And I think it's important it's an important reminder that we don't have to do anything constructive. We just have to do something. The doing is way more important than the constructive part. Oh, that dried nicely. What do I want? I want scissors. Let's put some of this away. Always be knolling. There we are. And look at that, they appear. I love this bold outline. Very satisfying. There. Wow, we just turned it right around to turn it around again. Alrighty. Love, absolutely love. And I just want to see. Aha! There, that's fun. Next one is this. Oh, you cut the both out. There. When I was at Michael's, I saw some spring paper pads, and oh boy, the reflex to just, oh, the spring paper pads are out. Let's get some. Why? Why are we doing that, Marilyn? Because it's new and pretty. And look at that one page. Yeah. And your point is, oh, it's so hard. It is so hard to go into a store and say no. But I did. Because I know that even if I miss out on that paper, there will be other paper that shows up for the next season and the season after that and the season after that. These bubble backgrounds that I'm using are Christmas pads from a couple of years ago. So once you buy something, it'll stay around for a while if you're not an avid user. And I am not an avid user. I go so slowly. Which is totes okay. Oh my stars, Gracie, girl cat. Chill your beans. Oof. Wow, sorry about that. There, that looks super nice. Super nice. Okay, I'm gonna put a stop to that. There, that's adorable. That in there. And I'm just putting them all in the same pocket now because I can. And then where is the edge that I want to use? I'm going to just use a skosh edge. there. I'm going to do that. There we are. There, and then this. Oh, I don't know what to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. Except that I better be, as soon as I turn the camera off, feeding my cat if I know it's good for me. And this won't fit in there. I think it's just a little bit too wide. Yeah, it is. But we've got some things done. So we made some things. So the Journal with Me kit is super useful because we've been able to cut out a couple of things. Just do some stuff. Piddle around, as Shell would say. And that's of great use. And we also got another pocket for the journal once I get my spoons together, and we can do that. And I'm going to save all of this under here so that we make sure that it dries flat. In any event, that is all for now. Please take very good care of yourself. Stay out of trouble. Always love you lots, and we'll see you soon. I know, baby girl, I will feed you.